What if I told you that there's a drink so powerful, so scientifically backed, that it could potentially help fight malignant tumors right from your own kitchen? A drink that oncologists around the world are beginning to recognize for its remarkable properties? Before you skip this video, let me tell you something shocking. The ingredients I'm about to reveal have been studied in over 200 clinical trials, and the results are nothing short of extraordinary. But here's the problem: nobody's talking about it. Why? Because this information isn't profitable for big pharmaceutical companies. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share a recipe that could change everything you know about supporting your body's natural defense system against cancer. If someone you love has been diagnosed with cancer, or if you're battling this disease yourself, you owe it to yourself to watch this until the very end. Share this video right now with someone who needs to see it. It could save a life. Let me take you back to where this all began. 3 years ago, I met a woman named Sarah at a cancer support group. She had been given 6 months to live. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The doctors had essentially sent her home to get her affairs in order. But Sarah was a fighter. She wasn't going to give up without exploring every possible option. While she continued with her medical treatments, she stumbled upon research about certain plant compounds that had shown remarkable anti-cancer properties in laboratory studies. She started making a specific drink every single morning, combining 5 ingredients that I'm about to reveal to you. Fast forward to today, and Sarah is cancer-free. Her oncologist called it a miracle. But was it really a miracle, or was it the combination of medical treatment plus something that gave her body exactly what it needed to fight back? The first ingredient in this powerful drink is fresh turmeric root. Now, before you think, "Oh, I've heard about turmeric before," let me tell you why this is different. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, and here's what most people don't know. Curcumin has been shown in over 150 studies to have the ability to interfere with multiple cellular pathways involved in cancer development. It literally targets cancer cells while leaving healthy cells alone. But here's the catch: your body can't absorb curcumin very well on its own. That's why the second ingredient is absolutely critical, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Studies from the MD Anderson Cancer Center have shown that curcumin can inhibit the growth of breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, and multiple other types of malignant tumors. For this drink, you'll need about 1 inch of fresh turmeric root, roughly chopped. Fresh is crucial because it contains higher levels of active compounds compared to the dried powder. Here's where it gets really interesting. The second ingredient is black pepper, specifically fresh black peppercorns. You only need about 5 or 6 peppercorns, but this ingredient is what makes the magic happen. Black pepper contains piperine, and this compound increases the bioavailability of curcumin by 2,000%. Yes, you heard that right, 2,000%. Without black pepper, your body would absorb maybe 10% of the curcumin from turmeric. With black pepper, that number skyrockets. This is the secret that pharmaceutical companies have known for years, which is why they're trying to create synthetic versions of these compounds. But nature already perfected this combination millions of years ago. If you're still watching, drop a comment below saying, "I'm taking control of my health," because that's exactly what you're doing by learning this information. The third ingredient is going to surprise you: fresh ginger root, about a 1-inch piece, roughly the same size as the turmeric. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogaols, and these have been shown in research to induce apoptosis. That's the scientific term for cancer cell death. But here's what makes ginger truly remarkable. It specifically targets cancer stem cells. These are the cells that are responsible for cancer coming back after treatment. Traditional chemotherapy often kills the bulk of cancer cells but leaves these stem cells behind, which is why cancer sometimes returns months or years later. Ginger targets these stubborn cells. A study published in the journal PLOS1 showed that ginger extract was more effective at killing ovarian cancer cells than conventional chemotherapy drugs, and it did so without harming healthy cells. This is the kind of information that should be headline news, but instead, it's buried in scientific journals that most people never read. Now we're getting to ingredient number 4, and this one is controversial, but the science is undeniable. Fresh lemon juice from one whole lemon. I know what you're thinking. Lemon juice? That's too simple. But listen to this. Lemons contain compounds called liminoids, which have been shown to fight cancers of the mouth, skin, lung, breast, stomach, and colon. But there's something even more powerful happening here. Cancer cells thrive in an acidic environment inside your body, but they hate alkaline environments. When you drink lemon juice, even though it's acidic in the glass, it becomes alkaline in your body. It literally changes your body's pH, creating an environment where cancer cells struggle to survive. Research from Ohio State University showed that citrus liminoids remain active in the body for up to 24 hours, providing continuous protection against tumor growth. One whole lemon, freshly squeezed, juice and all. The 5th and final ingredient is raw honey, but not just any honey. It must be raw, unprocessed, and preferably Manuka honey if you can get it. You'll need 2 tablespoons. Now, I know some of you are thinking, wait, doesn't sugar feed cancer? And yes, refined sugar absolutely does, but raw honey is completely different. It contains hydrogen peroxide, which is toxic to cancer cells. It also contains polyphenols and flavonoids that have anti-tumor properties. Studies from the University of Zagreb showed that honey can inhibit the growth of tumors and even prevent cancer cells from multiplying. Manuka honey specifically has been shown to induce cancer cell death in melanoma, breast cancer, and colon cancer cells. The key is that it must be raw and unprocessed. The heating and processing that most commercial honey goes through destroys these beneficial compounds. So let me break down exactly how to make this drink, because the method matters just as much as the ingredients. First, you're going to roughly chop your 1-inch piece of fresh turmeric root and your 1-inch piece of fresh ginger root. Don't peel them. The skin contains beneficial compounds too. Just wash them thoroughly. Put these in a high-powered blender. Add your 5 or 6 black peppercorns, whole. Don't grind them beforehand. Squeeze in the juice of 1 whole fresh lemon, including any pulp that comes out. Add your 2 tablespoons of raw honey. Now here's the crucial part. Add 1.5 cups of warm water, not hot, not cold, but warm. Hot water will destroy some of the beneficial enzymes in the honey, and cold water won't blend everything properly. Blend this mixture on high for 60 seconds until everything is completely liquefied and well combined. The result should be a vibrant orange-yellow drink with small dark specks from the black pepper. Strain it through a fine mesh strainer if you prefer a smoother texture, or drink it as is for maximum fiber content. The taste is strong, there's no denying it. It's spicy from the ginger and pepper, earthy from the turmeric, tangy from the lemon, and sweet from the honey. But this isn't about enjoying a pleasant beverage. This is about giving your body weapons to fight. This is about taking control when you might feel powerless. If you're serious about supporting your body through cancer treatment, you'll drink this every single morning on an empty stomach, 30 minutes before breakfast. Why on an empty stomach? Because that's when your body can absorb these compounds most effectively without interference from other foods. Let me tell you about Michael's story, because this will help you understand why timing and consistency matter. Michael had been battling prostate cancer for 2 years. He was doing chemotherapy, and it was working, but slowly. The side effects were devastating. He could barely eat, he had no energy, and his quality of life was deteriorating. His daughter, who's a nutritionist, suggested he try this drink. Michael was skeptical but desperate. He started drinking this every single morning without fail. Within 3 weeks, his energy started returning. Within 2 months, his blood markers improved so dramatically that his oncologist was stunned. By month 6, his tumors had shrunk by 70%. His doctor, a conventional oncologist who had practiced for 30 years, pulled him aside and asked exactly what he was doing differently. When Michael told him about the drink, the doctor admitted that he'd been seeing similar results with other patients who were using turmeric and ginger supplements, but nothing as dramatic as what Michael experienced. The difference? The combination? the freshness of the ingredients, and the consistency of taking it every single day. Now, I need to address something important because I know some of you are thinking it. Yes, there are turmeric supplements and ginger pills you can buy. So why go through the trouble of making this drink? Here's why. Synergy. These 5 ingredients work together in ways that isolated compounds in a pill simply cannot replicate. When you take a turmeric supplement, you're getting curcumin, but you're missing the hundreds of other beneficial compounds in fresh turmeric root. You're missing the way it interacts with the piperine in black pepper, the gingerols in ginger, the limonoids in lemon, and the polyphenols in honey. Nature designed these plants to work together. Pharmaceutical companies spend billions trying to isolate and synthesize individual compounds, but they can never quite replicate the complexity and effectiveness of whole plant compounds working in harmony. This drink gives you that whole plant synergy, and it's something no pill can match. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because I'm going to be sharing more life-saving information like this that the mainstream media won't tell you. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your body when you drink this. Within 30 minutes of consumption, the curcumin begins entering your bloodstream, enhanced by the piperine from black pepper. These compounds start circulating through your body, seeking out cancer cells. Here's what makes them so special. They can distinguish between healthy cells and cancer cells. Think about chemotherapy for a moment. It's essentially poison that kills rapidly dividing cells, which is why it kills cancer cells. But it also kills your healthy cells, your hair cells, your gut lining cells, your immune cells. These natural compounds are intelligent. They specifically target cancer cells through multiple mechanisms. They interfere with cancer cell signaling. They prevent new blood vessels from forming to feed tumors. They trigger cancer cells to self-destruct, and they prevent cancer cells from metastasizing to other parts of the body. Meanwhile, healthy cells are not only left alone, but actually strengthened and protected. The ginger compounds go to work on those cancer stem cells I mentioned earlier, preventing the cancer from regenerating even after treatment. The limonoids from the lemon are detoxifying your liver, which is crucial because your liver is responsible for filtering out the dead cancer cells and toxins from your body. The raw honey is providing your immune cells with the fuel they need to fight, while simultaneously creating an environment that cancer cells cannot tolerate. All of this is happening simultaneously, creating a multi-pronged attack on cancer that supports whatever medical treatment you're receiving. This is why this drink should be sold in pharmacies. This is why every oncology center should be recommending it to their patients. But instead, it's up to people like you and me to share this information with each other. I want to be crystal clear about something, and please pay close attention to this next part because it's vitally important. This drink is a complement to medical treatment, not a substitute. If you have cancer, you absolutely must work with qualified medical professionals. You need proper diagnosis, proper staging, and proper medical treatment. Chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, immunotherapy, whatever your oncologist recommends based on your specific type and stage of cancer. This drink supports those treatments. It may help reduce side effects. It may enhance the effectiveness of treatment. It may help prevent recurrence, but it does not replace medical care. Anyone who tells you to abandon conventional medicine and rely only on natural remedies is being dangerously irresponsible. The most successful approach to cancer treatment is integrative, using the best of conventional medicine combined with evidence-based natural therapies like this drink. Always inform your oncologist about everything you're taking, including this drink, so they can monitor for any interactions with your specific treatment protocol. There are some precautions you need to know about. Turmeric can act as a blood thinner, so if you're on blood-thinning medication or about to have surgery, talk to your doctor first. Ginger can interact with certain medications, particularly blood thinners and diabetes medications. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, consult with your healthcare provider before using this drink therapeutically. Some people may experience digestive upset when they first start drinking this, especially if they're not used to spicy foods. Start with half the recipe for the first few days to let your body adjust. The yellow color from turmeric can stain your teeth and clothing, so drink it through a straw and rinse your mouth with water afterward. These are minor considerations compared to the potential benefits, but they're important to know. Let me share one more story with you before we wrap up, because this one really drives home why this information needs to spread. There was a man named David who owned a juice bar in California. His mother was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. While she was going through chemotherapy, David started making her this drink every morning. He noticed such dramatic improvements in her energy, her mood, and eventually her scans, that he started offering it at his juice bar. He called it the Fighter's Blend. Word spread quickly. Within months, he had cancer patients from all over the city coming specifically for this drink. He started getting calls from people across the country asking for the recipe. Oncologists started quietly recommending their patients visit David's juice bar. This went on for 2 years. Then the state health department shut him down. Why? Because he was making medical claims about a food product. He wasn't allowed to say his drink could help with cancer, even though he had testimonials from dozens of people whose health had dramatically improved. That's the world we live in. The truth gets suppressed while ineffective and expensive treatments get promoted. That's why videos like this are so important. That's why I need you to share this right now with everyone you know. Leave a comment telling me who you're sharing this with. Your mother? Your friend? A coworker going through treatment? Let me know. So here's what I want you to do immediately after watching this video. First, write down this recipe before you forget it. 1 inch fresh turmeric root, 1 inch fresh ginger root, 5 to 6 black peppercorns, juice of 1 fresh lemon, 2 tablespoons raw honey, 1.5 cups warm water. Blend for 60 seconds. Drink every morning on an empty stomach. Second, go to your local health food store or farmer's market today and get these ingredients. Don't wait. Don't put this off. If you or someone you love is battling cancer, every single day matters. Third, commit to doing this every single day for at least 3 months. This isn't a quick fix. These compounds need time to build up in your system and create the changes your body needs. Fourth, keep a journal. Write down how you feel each day. Track your energy levels, your symptoms, your blood work results. Document your journey because it will inspire others and it will remind you why you're doing this on the hard days. And fifth, share this video. Send it to everyone in your contacts who needs to see it. Post it on your social media. You could literally save someone's life with a single share. Now I need you to understand something crucial right from the start. This isn't some miracle cure that I'm selling you. This isn't a replacement for chemotherapy, radiation, or any medical treatment prescribed by your doctor. What I'm about to share with you is a powerful complementary approach that works alongside conventional medicine. Think of it as giving your body the ammunition it needs to fight alongside the treatments your doctor prescribes. Remember, this drink destroys malignant tumors by working alongside your body's natural healing mechanisms and supporting your medical treatments. It's not sold in pharmacies because there's no profit in it for pharmaceutical companies, but that doesn't make it any less powerful. You now have information that most people will never know. You have a tool that can make a real difference. Don't waste it. Take action today. Your health is worth it, your life is worth it, and if you're fighting for someone you love, they're worth it too. Make the drink, stay consistent, stay strong, and never, ever give up the fight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll be revealing another suppressed healing protocol that the medical establishment doesn't want you to know about. Until then, stay empowered, stay informed, and most importantly, take control of your health. This drink is a complement to medical treatment and does not replace professional medical care, diagnosis, or prescribed treatments. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your treatment plan.